Are you looking for a new listen in lockdown? Why not try a brand new podcast made by the same team that brought you History Lab? It's called The New Social Contract. To find out more, search your podcatcher for The New Social Contract. The first episode has just been released, and here's what you can expect.
Welcome to The New Social Contract, a podcast that examines how the relationship between universities, the state, and the public might be reshaped as we live through this global pandemic.
Universities were among the first big organisations in Australia to take a massive hit from the pandemic when lucrative international students were banned from returning to this country.
Universities have existed for close to 1,000 years, and across the centuries, they have been places for making sense of the world and shaping it. But it would be a total mistake to see universities as static and unchanging. Under the pressures of war, political rupture, and social and economic demands, they have often been remade. So is this what we're experiencing now as COVID-19 rips through our lives?
There could be up to 21,000 job losses across Australian universities.
The crisis we're going through now with COVID-19 is the equivalent of the Second World War.
Over the last decade, $10 billion of funding has been pulled out of Australian universities.
This is the time to redesign it. I don't want a hard reset any more than anyone else. I just think it is naive to think that big change is not on the way.
As our old ways of working are suspended or transformed, it's hard to know which of these changes are temporary and which will be here to stay. Rather
than chasing the change that happens, I think we need to be leading the change.
Meanwhile, our students are looking at a future in which they bear the costs of this pandemic and the continuing ecological crisis. What will they demand of universities as they make lives in a very different kind of world? The uncertainty is making it difficult for everyone, for university leaders, academics and students. I'm Tamsin Peach, a historian at the University of Technology, Sydney, and I've long been interested in universities and their relationship to society. I want to use this time in lockdown to begin a conversation with you about the kind of higher education sector our society needs. By using the lens of the past and the present, and yes, even the future, we'll investigate what the public can legitimately demand of their universities and how higher education in Australia might be remade. Episode 1 is coming to your podcatcher soon.
The New Social Contract is a podcast series made by Impact Studios at the University of Technology, Sydney. The production team live on the lands of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, whose lands were never ceded.